Well, Communications Minister Anika Wells is copping the heat this morning after it was revealed she racked up a $190,000 taxpayer-funded bill on her recent trip to New York. Joining us to discuss this and other today's headlines is Independent MP Monique Ryan and Nat Senator Bridget McKenzie. Monique, to make matters worse, Wells is refusing to be drawn on the bill. What did you make of it all yesterday? It was a bit of a mess for her.
Oh, look, it's not ideal. I think in a cost of living crisis...
Not ideal.
Spending that much money to fly overseas in first class is not ideal. But look, I'm also against early celebrating, and I actually have real concerns about the social media ban. I haven't been in favour of it. I don't think it's going to work, and so we wouldn't have been trumpeting it overseas before we see whether or not it's going to be effective.
Bridget, this trip, of course, was spooked the social media ban for the teens, which some is starting today. A lot of parents out there behind this. I think a lot of parents are still sitting on the fence like Monique, but $190,000. Mate, read the room.
Yeah, I know. Watching the minister's arrogant response to reporters' legitimate questions about her $190,000 luxury trip to the UN was absolutely cringeworthy. I think we don't know whether this policy is actually going to work or not. And just remember that this occurred when the 000 crisis was happening. People were dying as they couldn't get the assistance they needed, and she fast-tracked her trip to the UN instead. So I think there's a lot of issues here, and it's quite emblematic of a government that is increasingly out of touch.
All right, in the meantime, the Treasurer has plenty to think about as he puts the finishing touches on that upcoming end-of-year budget update, Monique. On one hand, he's got a huge amount of pressure here to rein in spending, including from, the RBA. On the other hand, this is a cost of living crisis like we've not seen for a long time. Households out there need some serious help, especially when it comes to our power bills. What's the options here? Do we extend rebates?
Well, I think extending rebates is would be a bit of an issue for the government, because we are seeing that government spending is a bit out of control. But it has to decide where to put its money and what matters to people. So given that we are seeing that power bills are going to start to come down with the increase in renewables in the grid, we've had a fantastic news about that last night with AEMO saying that both solar and wind are going to bring down renewables, the price of electricity significantly in the next couple of years if we stick to our targets on climate action, specifically net zero. I think the government should think about perhaps a short-term continuation of the rebates, but government spending is a problem. Productivity hasn't improved, and they're the things that the government really needs to be concentrating on.
And then last night on 7:30, Bridget, Chalmers said that the Coalition's power policy is a recipe for higher power prices, not lower. What do you reckon about that?
Well, AEMO made it clear that the trajectory the Labor Party has us on will see higher energy prices. Your viewers know their bills have gone up $1,200, not gone down. And the one question that the Labor Party and Monique can't answer is when will prices come down? You're right, Labor has been spending like drunken sailors, and Australians are paying the price, whether it's through grocery bills, their energy prices, their mortgage rates. The Reserve Bank governor in Senate estimates this week has made it clear that bigger Labor deficits mean worse housing affordability, whether you're in the rental market or wanting to get into your first home or hold a mortgage. So there are real concerns about Labor's big spending profile. We know that there's $1 trillion worth of debt, and every single minute Australians are paying $50,000 in interest payments, and that's money that should be freeing up hospital beds, building schools and fixing our roads.
All right, just quickly before I let you both go, it's the Spotify Wrap Time of the year, and Taylor Swift is once again Australia's most streamed artist. Monique, I'll go to you first. Are you a Tay-Tay stan?
I am a Tay-Tay fan, but my most streamed song of the year is Kelly Holiday, Dancing 2 at this point in time. It's an absolute banger, and I'm running to it 3 or 4 times a week.
Look at you go. Bit of Kelly Holiday, a bit of open shirt action with a man on the floor like this. Bridget, what about yours, Spotify Wrap? Yours is a bit of an emotional song. I was just listening to it before. It's made me have all the feelings.
Well, you got to love country music. Buy dirt, pony up, partner, have some kids and buy a house, and that's what it's all about. But Tay-Tay's in my top 5, that's for sure.
Yeah, but then, the kids grow up and they leave, and it just felt like a cry for help.
But then you get grandchildren.
Yeah, oh, God. gosh, that's a while away from me yet, but I appreciate it out there. Thank you both for being here this morning. Great to talk to you. We'll see you next time. Sarah.
Very on brand for Bridget. Reveals a lot about Monique. I'm here for it.
Yeah, right.
Well, coming up at 7 a.m, Christine has breaking news.